Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I will show you how the crafting system works in Weird Gun Game. It's one of my favorite new game. Just so much fun with the gunplay. The only thing I don't like is the map, like this map for example. I don't like it. But the guns system is super fun. There's a lot to play around. I think the dev says there's like 7 billion possibility or something you can do with the guns. So let's start by opening a box. Got a bright game, nice. So we'll get right into it. Here is the base gun you get when you start. You have the AKM or the M16. But once you start, you only have the gun core that's useful, because when you attach a part that is the same as the gun core, the parts that don't affect the same gun core. So this is not gonna boost the stat. So I see a lot of people making this mistake, putting the same attachment as the gun core, but you lose the stat from this part. So if I put the M16 now, it actually buffs the gun. Like you can see, it buffs the gun. But like here it should buff the damage, but it doesn't. Like it lowers it. So that's why you have to change. So if I change the gun core, it's gonna, all the parts gonna affect the gun now. So this is the first thing to have to keep in mind when you craft a gun. Second thing is, like, if you change class, you get a debuff. So you get 30% debuff, 20% debuff, shotgun no debuff, weird no debuff, and 20% for barrel, and I think for the LMG is 25%. So this is important because you want to prioritize same class attachment first before going to see like if you can get something else. So for example, if I wanted damage on my AR, example I play with the C36 core, if I want 10% damage, I'm not gonna go into UMP barrel that gives 12% damage, because it's gonna get a debuff and it's gonna go lower. Unless I want a movement speed as well, but, or like, you can see like what I mean. So the first thing when I go for a craft, I always let me just reset. I always choose my core first. So right now I'm looking for a AR build. I've been struggling to find one, so let's try to make a build with the HUG. So the HUG base stat is 14 damage. As an IR RPM, movement speed. The movement speed is really nice for AR. It has a pretty low recoil, but high vertical recoil. So and the spread is like, it's like not that bad. So we're gonna start with the core. Then what I'm doing is I'll go part by part. So with the AUG we need more damage, so we're gonna look into shop, go in barrel, and then I'll start looking for damage in this category. So for example, here we have the FNC that gives damage, we have the AKM that gives damage, but this one reduces recoil, so maybe we don't want it. This one gives 22% damage, but you get a higher spread, higher drop off. So let's say we go with L2 perk would be nice, 12% damage. But I like the range because I want to play an AR, so let's go with the FNC barrel. Then let's look at the mag. The mag is one of the barrel is always gonna sound, the core is always gonna feel, and the magazine is usually like really important for buffs. We just got 11% damage, so let's say we want a sub 3-second reload. So we could go for we don't want to go with the AUG. Why? Because parts that don't affect same gun core, even if it's a good mag. So let's say here we have a drop off, and let's say we want to go for more damage. So let's say we go for AKM magazine. Okay, let's go AKM magazine. And then let's say now we want recoil reduction. So I just need to vote real quick. So okay, so you have reload spread. This could be nice, but I want more. So in this category, let's go in the shop because I don't have everything. So let me go in stock. Spread. Ooh, minus 25 spread. That's cool. Let's see the chief, reload, recoil. So nothing interests me in this category, but I would like to have the Tommy back. So I'll go in SMG because in AR there's nothing that's compared to the Tommy. So that's when you're gonna switch, because I'm not gonna get better than this, like in terms of AR. So we're gonna use this, and then we're gonna look at the grip. What we said we wanted, maybe a bit more damage. So we can go with the chief, but it gets higher recoil. So let's look at the SMG ones. We got a Nambu that gives us more damage. Or we could go for higher fire rate, so we could go for like a PPSH grip, higher fire rate. So let's try this. So when I find my gun, I'll usually just put a red dot just for reference. I'm not gonna customize, I'm just gonna shorten it a little bit. And I'll go in game and just try how it feels. So this is my aim being bad. So there's no recoil, so as expected. Maybe we have too much recoil control and we could get other buffs instead of... The range is absolutely great though. Maybe let's try with like a higher zoom gun. Yeah, this feels good. So I said we have like 0 recoil right now, so we could try to go for... it feels really nice. It feels like an AR, and that's what was my goal with this. It has really high range, really high damage at high range. So that's pretty good. So now we're just controlling the spawn here. Let's just cap this. Okay. It feels like an AR, so it has no recoil. It feels absolutely amazing right now, so maybe I'll just change the stock. The movement is actually pretty fine for an AR. Damage is great, the range is great. So yeah, that's what you need to test it. And like I said here, I would like to change the stock. So maybe we go with a bit less recoil and we go for something that gives me other benefits. So let's check in SMG. So this gives me... So I would not be against a bit more damage. So maybe we can go in the stock. Sniper stock. Here, get the negative let's check into LMG. Sometimes we can check into Weird as well. The taco is great sometimes. So right here, I'll go into shop, go into stock, and just check the stock because I have nothing that interests me right here. So this could be nice, but it reduces the recoil by a lot, so maybe not. We still need a bit of recoil control, so let's go to SMG. Let's find maybe a UM. Bison, the Type 2 Nambu. This is fine, but like, might as well use this, right? This you get lower spread. It's less. Going to shotgun. Usually shotgun has quite great stock. Plus 15 health, but you lose a lot of recoil. Yeah, so it's pretty hard to find what you want, so you just have to keep looking. So here, maybe in VR. But this is something that I could like, so let's buy it. And so let's go for this. So we go in VR, get this stock, more damage. Still has no recoil, so maybe we can just remove the recoil and go full damage. Because I think the AUG in general doesn't have a lot of recoil. So that was make it great. Maybe we could go with a better mag as well. So now we hit for 28, I think we used to hit for 27. It is an AR though, so at shorter range you're gonna get beat. You have to play the playstyle of an AR, so range fight like this. This is great time to kill at this range. So yeah, so this is the build. In the next video I'll show you all my builds. I might keep cooking on this gun because I quite like it. Maybe we change some things, but I like the core, I like the range, so this is probably fixed. I would say magazine is changeable, stock is changeable, grip is changeable. So I'll keep looking into it, and I'll see you in the next video with all my builds that I play. Some builds are from me, some builds are from YouTube or Discord. So you guys can comment your build and I'll make a video after the next one on your build, guys. So make sure you leave a comment what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.